Welcome everyone. My name is Jose Chavez from Ready to Rank, and part of our mini series of focusing on Google My Business profile. This week, I've asked Alison from Pinpoint Local to continue this series and help us find Google reviews for our businesses. So this week, we're going to focus on 13 key topics, including why Google reviews matter, how to get Google reviews, and also what to do when you get a bad review. So Alison, welcome again. Thank you for joining us for another series of local SEO and how to optimize your local business. Do you want to give us another quick recap for those who haven't been here before about what you do, what your business is, and how you support local businesses?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Jose. It's great being back on and discussing Google reviews, which is probably the most what important point that people know about the Google business profile is the Google reviews. So I'm the owner of Pinpoint Local, and we specialize in Google business profiles. So I've got a team behind me, and we help you manage those Google reviews, but also everything about the Google business profile, and also leveraging the website with local SEO. So we work with a diverse amount of local business. Every local business should optimize their Google business profile. So let's get stuck in about reviews.
Awesome. Now we've got 13 topics that I want to cover. So I guess let's talk about, the why, why Google reviews matter for local businesses.
Well, first of all, Google still is. Obviously, there are changes in the future with AI search coming in, but currently at this point in time, Google is the most used platform for local business, for people searching for local businesses. And think about when you go onto your mobile phone, you're looking for a cafe or a plumber or a dentist or your accountant, and you're searching locally, and you look at the reviews, first and foremost, how many stars, what the rating is, and what the competitors are. It's absolutely critical for local business to get them, to reply to them, and manage them correctly as well. It's the digital word of mouth, and actually, it's probably even more important than, you got Google Ads, but putting your time and efforts into Google reviews really does um, give you bang for buck, really.
Hmm.
It really does. So yeah, it's a digital online word of mouth.
Yeah, yeah. And it's all about your reputation, and that's another kind of banner that people put it under. It's reputation management, and it lasts for a long time. They're there for the entire journey of your business, and people do look at reviews and judge a business by how many reviews they have. I know I do it all the time. I'll go to a cafe
Really?
or go
Yeah.
to anywhere, and I straight away I'll go to see how many reviews they have, and it's the trust factor that's really important for local
That's
businesses to
right.
have.
And that's a really critical word, Jose, is trust. It's trust with the searchers, the consumers, and for Google. Google doesn't tell us much about the algorithm, but one of the few things it has told us about for local SEO and local businesses is trustworthiness.
Yeah.
And Google review is a algorithm signal to Google about a trust factor for a local business.
Now you mentioned algorithm there. So how do Google reviews affect your SEO rankings?
Well, probably that's difficult to answer. No one really knows what Google's algorithm is. The only way we can do it is reverse engineering and other companies that manage thousands upon thousands of Google reviews or the Google local SEO algorithm. It's one of many, many signals. I would say from a conversion point of view, as we've just discussed, for if you're looking for a local business, it really does help you to convert that searcher. So if you've got 55 Google reviews and your local plumber and the competitor has got five, who are you going to click on and read the reviews and then go to their website or call them? The one with the more reviews, the better ratings, good replies, and actually good quality reviews as well.
Hmm.
As far as ranking, we all know with that three pack in Google Business Profile that you often see a profile there which has only got 3 or 4 reviews, and number 10 has got 10 times the amount of reviews. Why is it there? And that's because there are other factors that do rank the Google business profile, and they may be doing other strategies very well within the profile and within their website that is helping them.
Yeah.
But, so it's not get 200 reviews and you're going to rank number one.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
going to be that.
Automation of things.
But it is a weighting factor, and it's another signal amongst so many. But as far as conversion is concerned, it's a massive factor for people to actually click on that,
Mm.
actually are found.
So what makes a good review?
Well, images are fantastic. If you can get clients who actually put an image with the review, put the opposite. What you don't want is just 5 stars
Yeah.
and no text.
Yeah.
You know, Google doesn't, the signal to Google, that's not particularly strong. The strongest one is text, several lines, mentioning either names or the business name, services or products or locations, keywords like that, and images.
Yeah.
Google does tend to keep the reviews with images higher up often in when people are searching. So if you can encourage your customers or clients to leave a image, I mean, if you're a cafe restaurant, that happens all the time anyway. But sometimes if you're in a business where that's not so usual, try and prompt them to take a picture and leave a review as well.
Yeah, that goes on to my next point. Sometimes people feel awkward or like, there's that feeling of, how do I ask for a review? Like what's the best way to ask for a review?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
You've got to ask. And the more you ask, the more reviews you'll get. There's no doubt about it, because we get so many clients, and when they come on board with us, they often only got 2 or 5 or 10 reviews. And because we're always persistently focusing them on asking the customers and clients reviews, they do eventually end up having 10, 15, 20, 50, 90, and 100.
Mm.
So it takes time. You just got to keep asking. Now, if you're doing it in person, you've got a business that's where you're um, got when you're actually facing your customers and clients, a good way to do it is with a business card with a QR code. So
Right.
it's a physical thing that you can actually hand
Yeah.
while you're asking someone, rather than just standing there and asking for a review and hoping they'll go back and do it. But if you give the card, and the QR code is a direct link to your Google review page, and they may do it there and then if you can encourage them, if they're really feeling happy about everything you've done or whatever the service product is. And that's a great way. Online, obviously, you can send a link. I don't really encourage links with invoices. That seems to be a really common way to doing it. Not quite sure why, but because most businesses, you want invoices paid, and you really only want one action for one, item. So, and payment is the main thing. Perhaps ask for review after payment, but normally clients are shifted on. One of the most successful online ways is by SMS,
Okay.
and often by the business owner's phone number, because it's maybe already familiar.
Yeah.
We do provide review reactivation programs where we can send it out on behalf and upload a database of old clients and send out reviews. But within the Google Business Profile, you can go into the review and actually share your link by SMS. And that is by far the most successful way of getting reviews, because people do respond to their text messages first and foremost more than emails, or even verbally, straight on face to face.
Yeah.
So, but use all those strategies, not just one, as many as you possibly can, because as I said, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
The more ways you ask, in different ways you ask, the more you'll get, and you will get more reviews when you keep asking for it.
Yeah. And the key thing is just to start. And once you
Yeah.
start, it'll become easier over time. It'll be second nature, straight after you provide the service. It's just starting that conversation.
That's right. And you'll have that pitch
Yeah.
very quickly when you, as you say, Jose, if you keep asking it. And you can almost put it, back onto the customer client that, to help local small business, reviews are really important to us, and it helps other people to get a good service and to find a good trades or a good whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you can say that, you're helping us as well as the community as well.
Yeah, perfect. Now you touched quickly on the next key item, which is what is the best time to ask for a review?
When they're feeling happy, when your customers are feeling happy with whatever you've done or
Yeah,
provided.
yeah,
You
straight away,
catch
I
them
guess.
at that moment.
Yeah,
If you leave it, the chances, I mean, it's hard for people to give reviews. And then if you leave it a day, 2 days or something rather, the percentage just,
yeah, yeah. And
falls off the cliff, basically. It's a really uphill journey then. So
yeah,
immediately is
yeah.
the best time.
And like you said, having a QR code ready somewhere that they can scan straight away as soon as you're having that conversation, and could be, I don't know if you carry a diary or if you carry something around that has
Right.
that direct link straight away. It's that perfect timing, isn't it?
That's right. And if you're a trade, you've got the business cards, you know what your clients are feeling, you know if they're happy. So
Mm,
capitalize on it and ask for a review.
yeah,
And then if you're a cafe owner, if you've got those Google QR codes on tables, don't just leave them on the table, incentivize or encourage your wait staff that when they're finalizing the bill, they can tell if the client's happy and they're really, had a great time, was gently suggest to them, oh, there's a QR code on the table, leave us a review.
yeah, yeah. I've had that a couple
Yeah,
of times going to a restaurant where the waiters, I think they've been incentivized by
yeah,
their employees to, really go for a good review. And, we naturally do it because we had a good experience. But we also want to help them, I guess, win some form of reward or whatever incentive
that's
it is that
right.
they're given, which actually flows into our next controversial topic, which is, should you offer incentives for reviews? What's Google's policy around that?
Well, you can't incentivize the customers or clients to leave reviews,
Yeah,
but Google doesn't say anything about incentivizing your own staff
yeah,
to encourage customer and clients to leave reviews. So we have got some several clients where their staff get free movie tickets or bonuses for the amount of Google reviews they've got that month.
yeah,
They've got QR codes which have got certain business cards so they can track them when they've got a really big team. And that when they implemented that system, it really did increase the reviews
wow,
enormously. When there are movie tickets being sent out, each month, whoever got the highest reviews.
yeah,
Same with any staff. So, but you can't incentivize customers or clients to leave you a review. Your competition can report that if that is obviously online, or if you're saying discount if you leave a Google review, and a competitor can report that to Google. And in the US, there's been quite a few legal cases about that type of thing. So I'd be very, very careful.
yes, definitely. There's nothing worse than having your Google My Business banned.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm. I guess there's another topic of how do you handle negative reviews? What's your take on that?
Okay, well, first of all, if it is, I mean, being in business, everyone can't always please everyone all the time. So if it is a legitimate negative review, take it on board, review it, even though it may be a little bit unfair or grossly unfair. But if it is a bad business experience, once again, we've had a client where it was a cafe and their wait staff was inexperienced, wasn't well trained, and the owner knew that and apologised and said they will train their staff better and review their policies for onboarding their young staff. And to me, I thought that response that we crafted together actually was just perfect. And in a way, it's getting a positive out of a negative review, not hiding and saying, this didn't
Yeah,
happen. It was actually very professionally and responsibly taken on board.
yeah,
So if you are in business, you get bad reviews and they're legitimate and they have been there, well, take it on board. If you're angry, don't reply, take your time, calm down, go to ChatGPT, which has got no emotion, and say that, explain the situation, and chat will probably create something that's probably more professional than what you would do if you just went immediately and answered.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's one thing about a negative review. You can actually turn it into a positive experience.
Mm,
Um, Unfairly negative reviews, that could be your interpretation of it. But often they're there to stay. The difference is between negative reviews that are fake or spam or incorrect. Do we want to go into that, or legitimate negative reviews? Because they're
yeah,
quite different.
yeah, let's touch on that.
Okay, so if you really do think a review is against Google's guidelines, so that means hate speech, um, racism, blasphemy. There's a whole list. I think there's about 10, which is against Google's guidelines. You can go and flag that review. If you just go to your Google Business Profile, find that review, there's three dots on the right-hand side. Click them and it'll say flag review. And you'll probably have to select one of the policy guidelines that it is contravening. Now, it has to be clearly against those guidelines for Google to delete it.
Yeah,
So if it's anything vague, because I would think that this is AI threshold automated. So it has to be something clear that the AI can see that there's blasphemy in there, or there's hatred or harassment in that. So um, that is one way. Once you do that, often you can appeal that. I can provide the Google link if you want. Google has just released this fairly recently, a Google review removal tool,
mm,
which is another one on top of the flagging.
wow.
So you go to a link, and if you've already flagged it, it will actually show when you go into that link and you select that profile where that flagging is at, whether it's still pending, whether it's been deleted, or whether it's been denied, or anything else like that. So, but you can go in and do a bit more detail in that removal tool. So you
Wow.
can try it that way. And we certainly have had reviews removed for harassment and hatred, and also if there's been review bombing. Unfortunately, schools, I think, which Google has taken reviews off schools now, but
Oh,
managing, well, you can imagine get students.
yeah.
Get, don't want to say too much, and medical can be much the same as well. But
Yeah, well, it's interesting.
schools where past students and students'
Yeah,
parents and friends and a whole lot of them get together and just bomb it all. And if there's a whole lot of negative reviews done all in a cluster all at once,
yeah,
that's another flag to Google that there's Google review negative bombing. So we've done this also with allied health, with a health worker who we could do it under hatred and harassment because they use capital letters. They actually said her name
yeah,
and
right.
things like that. So we got all of them. But as soon as we got them deleted, then the reviews started again,
Yeah.
and then we get them deleted. So we actually managed to get with that profile for the reviews to be blocked for a certain point of time, and
Wow.
hoping that this person would just disappear eventually.
Yeah.
So there are a few different ways. There are some companies where you can pay and they will say they'll get rid of Google reviews. It costs several $100s. So that's the ultimate
Yeah.
way to go about.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of various ways. So, but there are the flagging and the immediate one, then using the Google removal tool. And then there's two steps to appeal if it hasn't been deleted.
Mm. Well, it's good to know that there's better procedures in place now to handle those negative reviews.
Sort of. Yes. Still
Um,
complicated, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I guess even just that platform where you can monitor the progress of reviews
Yeah,
is better than
yeah,
what
exactly.
there before.
Yeah.
So I guess once you have a good review, how can you market that good review? Like what have you done in
Well,
your
first of all, reply. Don't leave good reviews just sitting there. Reply, and reply in a really good SEO friendly manner. By that, I would say always say the person's name, and hopefully they responded with whatever it is they're saying 5 stars about, whether it's your block drainage or the lemon tart or whatever. Mention the product,
Yep.
mention the person, mention your business name,
Yep.
kind regards from somebody rather the team. So make the reply, use it to tell Google about your business and your products and your services. And of course, put all your Google reviews on your website.
Yes.
I mean, that's a no-brainer, but I often see the Google reviews down on the footer sometimes on websites. Put them right up high.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you've got a whole lot, honestly, tell the world
Yeah. That's a very good point.
about it. And, just below the fold, perhaps I don't know, I'm not a website designer, but from an SEO point of view, because Google reviews are just so important,
Yeah.
have them, everywhere on your website, testimonials, use them for case studies, and have great replies.
Perfect. Perfect. What about social media?
Yes, well, so Google actually shows your social media reviews on your Google business profile.
Mm.
So if you've got Facebook reviews, you'll see that there'll be a, 5 out of 5 or some sort of a numerical number. If it's TripAdvisor, if in travel or hospitality or whatever like that. Google pulls those reviews from social media onto the Google business profile. And also with AI search coming up or is here, you need to be across everywhere as well
Yeah.
because AI searches everywhere and will be pulling reviews from everything. So I would certainly make the main focus Google, but have other platforms with reviews on them as well, because it's a credibility and trust factor as well. And also, I find that some businesses where their clients are a bit older, they may not have Google accounts to leave a Google review, which is one of the sort of the block for leaving Google reviews. Most people I know have got Google accounts, but there are some demographics that don't, but
Yes.
they're more familiar with Facebook.
Yeah.
So I say, get a Facebook review.
Mm.
Google will pull that and put it on your Google business profile.
Oh,
So,
really? Wow.
yep,
You know
yep.
that. Perfect. I guess we've covered a little bit of the importance of consistent review collection. What is there a limit? Is there, when should you stop or should you stop or what's your thoughts on?
No, never stop. Because we've actually, one of the recent SEO factors has come about in the last, I don't know, a couple of years or whatever like that, is the term recency. And that's about Google reviews and the most recency of them. So having Google reviews that were 5 years ago and there's been nothing since, or even 2 years ago, whatever, and there's been nothing, that means you would definitely drop off, not only from the consumer point of view, because they haven't seen any recent reviews, but we know it is a signal to Google, recency. So what you want is continuous reviews, and it's far better to be having 1 or 2 a month consistently than getting 15 a month and you don't get any for another 6 or 7 or 8 months.
Mm.
Consistency and recency are real critical factors with reviews. So you want to keep going, always get them consistently, and you want recent ones as well.
Yeah, yeah. So having a system in place for Google reviews is paramount.
Yeah, totally.
It's
Totally.
you
Yep.
need it.
Spot on.
You need it. Now we touch a little bit on these last few steps on how to set up a direct Google review link. Now, most people probably don't know where to find that link. You know,
Right. Okay.
kind of a tricky one to show here, but
Yeah, it is. Perhaps we can do some screenshots or something or other.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
Google has made it easier than what it used to be, but basically you need to go to obviously Google and you can search in the search bar My Business or your brand, your business name. And as long as you're in the Google account that's associated with the Google business profile, that's number one.
yeah,
Make sure you're in the right account. When you type in the search bar My Business, your Google business profile will come up. directly underneath the search bar. If
Yeah.
you've got several Google business profiles, you'll have to select which one you want to manage or edit first. And then directly under that will come, I'm just sort of having a look to see if I can find it now, would be the review section. And there's actually tiles. There's the edit up the top, and there's often the tiles underneath. And underneath that would be ask for more reviews. Click into that, and then there's actually a link that Google allows you to copy and paste onto your noteboard, and you can use that. So I would put that somewhere, I don't know, whatever platform you use, whether it's Google Docs or project management or your notebook or somewhere, have that link somewhere handy that you'll always go back to and use over and over. I would even put it, what I've often told clients to do, put that link into a text and text yourself
Yeah.
that link,
Yeah.
and then you've always got, and email it to you, put it in an email and email it to yourself. So you've always got that link, and, put the subject line, my Google review link or something like that. So you can
Yeah.
always find.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we also touched a little bit on what you should do to respond to every review. You mentioned keywords, you mentioned personalization. How important is all of that?
Yeah, well, as far as ranking in that, it's awfully difficult to tell a
Yeah.
minor detail like that. But Google does tell business owners to reply to the reviews promptly and timely. And when Google says something, you do it. It's their platform. And they're saying, and Google often gives tips or hints. And when they do, just do it.
Yeah.
And we do know that Google says replying to reviews in a prompt and timely manner is what an engaged Google business profile signals to Google. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be obviously within the hour or anything else like that, but we always try within 24 or 48 hours with clients, or definitely within that week of replying to reviews. Be aware that whoever's left that review will get that response from you as the business owner. So if you're doing replies to reviews 7 months ago, be aware they'll be getting this email from Google saying, the owner's replying. They probably think, what on earth is this about? So don't reply to reviews, 2 years old or something like that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
probably going. But
Yeah.
yeah, within the week or the couple of days is a good prompt and timely manner
Yeah.
to reply to reviews.
Now, I've seen a lot of AI responding reviews. What's your view on that?
Like all AI, you got to edit.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly is a tool which is just so efficient and just so, just save so much time.
Mm.
And I mean, if you're a business owner that's only getting a couple of reviews every now and then, well, it's probably not such a biggie, but some cafes or something like that, or some business that we want to, they've got tens per day and things like that. So, but you've got to edit AI because I can pick them for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You know the tone of AI if you just leave it and your prompts aren't very good. I know the words that AI often uses all the time.
Yeah.
And they often uses the repetitive words
Yeah.
over and over. So you're looking at the responses to reviews and you can see that there's a sameness about all of them.
Mm.
So I would use AI response for your base, so you're not staring at a blank screen or the blank piece of paper type thing, and then edit it away
Yeah.
and create it your own.
Yeah, definitely. You want to add some personalization, which ChatGPT cannot do for you.
Yep, yep,
Mhm.
exactly.
Perfect. Now, before we wrap it up, the big question, I guess, is like how many reviews do you actually need?
Um, More than your competitor.
Yeah.
I can't remember the story. What is it? If you're running away from the bear, you only need to run as faster than whoever the other guy is next to you. It's exactly the same type of thing.
Yeah.
That if you're in a really competitive industry and they've got hundreds of reviews, you've got to match that and
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah.
Um, if you're in a niche where not many competitors getting reviews, well, blow them out of the water
Yeah.
and quadruple what they've got. And you will just stand out if you're doing everything else as well. Your reviews, if you've got 55 and everyone else has got 5 or 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's look at your competitors, what they're doing. That will give you the base level of what to aim for and then beat it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Double it if you can.
Yeah. Perfect. Competitor analysis is the key when it comes to
Yeah, yeah,
local,
because
national SEO, anything.
yeah, that's right. I mean, Google Business Profile is competitive. There's only 3 or 4 spots in that map pack, and then if people go on to the more businesses, the next page, you only see about 10,
Yeah.
especially on mobile. So,
Yeah.
and you want to be either in that top 3 or that top 10.
Awesome. Perfect. Great. Thank you so much for your time today, Alison. I really appreciate you going through those questions and educating our viewers on, how to deal with Google reviews. I do have a list of all the questions that we went through, so I think I might actually get together the questions and the answers from this review and maybe provide it as a document that we can give out to people who are interested in, finding out more and making sure that, their business profile is on point. Now, you do provide a free audit.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll provide the link, just in a QR code, just scan it. There's only about 3 or 4 fields
Yep.
in the video audit, and I'll look at your Google Business Profile, look at your competitors, and give you tips and hints on how to improve it. So
Yeah.
yeah, feel
Perfect.
feel free.
Awesome. So if you're a business owner that doesn't know where your Google My Business or Google Business Profile stands or how to optimize it, then Alison is the person to go to for all things Google. So thank you so much, Alison. I appreciate it. I look forward to our next session. And yeah, let's enjoy the next one.
Pleasure. It's been great. Yeah, and it's such good information for local business. It really is important for them.
100%, 100%. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you for your time.
no worries. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah.